Welcome to the Wine Cage. I'm Dylan.
I'm Amanda.
And on this Sunday evening, we are drinking and enjoying Chateau Tanunda's Dahlitz Merlot from 2022. Now, Amanda informed me that apparently we've never drank a Merlot together before.
We have not.
I feel like we might have at least once at some point. But
I've always known you to say that you are funny about Merlots.
I'm not funny about Merlots. It's just that they have had probably, I think, an undeserved reputation of being a safe wine, a wine that's always reliably kind of full-bodied, a little bit heavy, but lacking in the sort of special characteristics of a brighter wine like a Pinot or even a Shiraz. So part of the whatever reputation Merlot has actually comes from the wine film Sideways. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't.
So in that film, the main character famously says, "I'm not drinking any Merlot." And a lot of people apparently took away from that to mean that Merlot is an inferior variety of wine. But from what I understand, it's not only not true, but apparently the wine that he drinks at the end of the film, I don't remember the end of the film, but apparently the wine that he drinks at the end of the film is actually 75% Merlot. So he was definitely not saying that he thinks Merlot was crap. But for some reason, whatever, I think more just habit actually. We haven't drank a Merlot together before, and we definitely haven't reviewed one. So I saw this one. This is from Chateau Tanunda in the beautiful Barossa Valley region. I've been to Chateau Tanunda. It's a beautiful site. I actually weirdly didn't do a tasting there. I think it was early in the day or something, and I just walked through and looked at the property. But if you haven't been to the Barossa and Tanunda specifically, it is a stunning area. It's just a storybook landscape of rolling green hills, limestone buildings, wineries everywhere, quality wines, especially, your Shiraz and everything that the Barossa is famous for. And Chateau Tanunda is I think, a famous winery and winemaker as well. So all very promising stuff here with this one. But before we get on to the nose and the taste, as usual, let's have a chat about this label. Love to hear what you think of this one.
Well, I really can't fault this one. This is sort of this is a wine label kind of standard design. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's very pleasing to look at. It's got the classic kind of coat of arms up here, and then the lovely little line drawing of the actual, I assume, main building of the winery. The type is very nice. It's very nicely laid out. It's very neat. It's very tidy. It's very classic. I'm not sure what else to say about it besides that, although I do quite like the sticker around the collar of the wine bottle up here is sort of, that's got a little bit more personality. That it's sort of cheesy. It's
a slight saloon vibe up there, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It says celebrating 130 years. Obviously, this winery's been around for a very long time. They're trying to channel a little bit of, I guess maybe that. I don't know a whole lot about really antique graphic design, but maybe that was the vibe 130 years ago.
That's true. That's an interesting point. Maybe that's a throwback to like an earlier branding or something.
Yeah, quite possibly. And if that's the case, that's cool. I like that. But yeah, I like it. I think it's nice. Don't have a lot to say. It's very classic.
Yeah, I agree. This one has the confidence of a winemaker that's been doing it a long time.
Totally.
They know exactly what they're doing. They know who their market is, and they know the look that they want, and they're doing that look here. So you can't really fault it. It's got a little picture on it, which I like because I like to look at little pictures, and the rest is your standard wine bottle graphic design choice. but it's classic and it's pleasing, very easy on the eye.
Very tasteful.
Yeah. So that's the presentation of this one. Let's see how it smells first. Well, I guess before we do that, sometimes we forget to do this. Let's just have a little look at its consistency. This is fairly opaque, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's quite opaque. I'd say it's a little bit more on the red end of the spectrum as opposed to the bluey purples.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's see how it smells. So what I get on the aroma for this one is that it is rich, woody, spicy, and very fumey in a good way. It's got that lovely, set of fire in your nostrils element to it. Very spicy, very fumey. What do you think?
That's funny because for me, I think it smells amazing. I think it smells really good. To me, it smells a little bit more like a good port. Like it's even got a little bit of a hint of strawberries.
Really? You get a port from this? I must say, I don't get that at all. I don't get the sweetness. You're not saying the sweetness, though, or are you saying it does smell sweet to you?
It does smell sweet to me, not in a sickly way, in a very enticing way, in the same way that a really good port is not just sweet. It's also sort of spicy and woody and dark.
Yeah, okay.
But, yeah, that's me.
Okay. Yep. So that's the nose. I feel like we didn't really say whether we liked it. I really like the nose on this. It's just very pleasant, very dusty, very inviting. It's like that comfortable, relaxing feeling you get if you set foot into an old winery like this chateau with stone floors and exposed wooden beams, and you're about to enjoy some good red. But are we about to enjoy some good red? We'll see. Let's have a taste. This one's interesting because I think we do have slightly different opinions on it, so I'd love to hear what your thoughts are first on the taste.
Well, again, I think it tastes sort of porty to me, like in a really nice way. It's very spicy, it's a little woody, and to me, it's got a little bit of that port taste, just a tiny bit of that sweetness. It's very rich. It's delicious.
Okay. For me, I have to say I'm not quite getting the port flavors, but there is definitely crossover in our notes. For me, it's dark fruits, jammy, spicy, very woody, heavy, rich, but very good. You have to dig to pull out any specific flavor note on this because they all blend together so well, don't they? So it's just extremely satisfying. It's classy, confident, good Merlot, just as we were saying, the way the label comes across. So yeah, full-bodied, dusty. It's the kind of red you can imagine touring a winery and going deep down into a basement or something full of wine barrels and sitting there and having a glass and, eating spaghetti bolognese or something with.
It's a nice image.
A rich, dusty experience. That's how this comes off to me.
I know I always look for those dusty experiences.
Yes. Yeah. If you haven't had a really dusty experience, you haven't lived yet. So what would you give this out of 10?
Oh, I would hover between an 8 and an 8.5. This is very nice.
Okay, I'm going to give it an 8.5. You happy to just join our rating on this one?
Sure.
Yeah, this one I would give a solid 8.5. I really like it. If you feel like a Merlot and you feel like a rich, classy one, this one's pretty great. And price-wise, this one's retail where we got it from was $24. I think we got it for $19 or $20. It's ridiculous at that price point for a wine to be this lovely, this rich, this satisfying. The other great thing about this one is I have a feeling it's going to be a slow drinker with dinner. You could slam this, but you'd have to really work at it to slam it. It's that sort of rich and fumey and everything. So
yeah, you want to take your time with this one.
It's a good sipper.
Yes.
We talk about drinkers, a solid drinker where it's a wine you kind of want to throw back. This one you want to sip and really...
you want to savor it.
Savor it, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah. And so before I expire from overheating with Wolfie killing me here with the heat, we will wrap this one up. So thanks for joining us again on the Wine Cage. We would love to hear if you have had a good red in the last week or two. Please put it in the comments. Let us know. We always want to hear about other people's wine experiences, and mostly we want to get recommendations and hear about wines that we might be able to hunt down. So please do let us know. We'd love to hear about it. Otherwise, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Wine Cage.
Cheers.
Cheers.